Hey guys, this is Alex703 Rockstar, and I am back for another review. Sorry about the hair. I need to shower. Before I get to this review, though, reading this book, yeah, it's really fucking good. Read this book. Pick up this book. My Life, Keith Richards. Anyway, this review is not a request, as I've been doing recently, but just an album I want to review. And it is Ghostface Killah's new album, Apollo Kids. This was released in the week between Christmas and New Year's Eve, and it really went largely under the radar, although The Needle Drop did a review of it, and since his review is probably better than what mine will end up being, I'll link you to it in the down bar. But anyway, this album, I picked it up not expecting much. I expected it to be similar to the release that Method Man, Ghostface, and Raekwon put out in early 2010, which is a fun album, but not really memorable. You know, not one of Wu-Tang's best. But what this turned out to be, and sorry, the phone is ringing, so, what this turned out to be was actually a really good album. Ghostface's lyricism is not necessarily at his best here, but it's still quite good. He switches between topics, talking about from what dinner he's gonna eat tonight, to his religion, to his torn meniscus in one of the funniest lines on this whole album, to his cash. So he switches between topics, you know, never stays on anything too long. The beats are also good here too, throwing in some soul loops with some more modern styles of production. This isn't like RZA style production, it's more modern. But once again, it's also not Wu-Tang's best. I mean, it's quite good, but it's not really up to par with, say, Liquid Swords, you know, Only Built for Cuban Links, or even any of the early Wu-Tang albums. What makes this album stand out, though, is just how much fun it is. There are hardly any rap records that have come out this year that have been this much fun to listen to, save for DLA's Merseyside. Yeah, I'm shout out to you guys again. And I just enjoy listening to this over and over again because he sounds like he's having a good time recording it. And I really appreciate that in a hip-hop record because it's rare. People might be bothered by the amount of guest artists on this album. There are almost no songs without them. But he doesn't just throw guest artists on there to have sort of, you know, name value there, because he doesn't really need to. He actually picks the artist based on what kind of stories they can tell, and he switches between having Busta Rhymes, say, Method Man, or The Game and Joel Ortiz. And so he actually picks them based on their merits and not just to throw them in there, which I like. This isn't too long, and I think rappers can take a note from this, that this has almost no filler, and it's so much better because of it. This would have been a pretty average album if he had just thrown a couple tracks on there just for the sake of it, but he doesn't. He keeps it really short, nice and sweet, so it never feels like a drag to listen to. It just feels like a good time. And I have a good time listening to it, and there's some intangible quality about it that just keeps me coming back to this album. So I would highly recommend picking it up. It's a really fun album. Even if you're not a Wu-Tang fan, this is just a fun hip-hop album in general. So, yeah, let's check out this artwork. Although, also, by the way, it's epic that he refers to himself as Grandpa Ghost on this album. Accepting his age, something rappers struggle to do. Here he is. He got a little chubby, got a little chunky. We got this notebook theme going. Here are some of the credits to each of the songs. So you see this, credits. More pencils, notebooks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, yeah, awesome stuff. Good album by Ghostface Killah. I'll give it an 8 out of 10, and read the Keith Richards book. I'll see you guys later.